So, Zenkaiger episode 11. This episode kind of felt pretty meh. It had its moments, but it was pretty meh, I will say that. So the entire premise of this episode is there's the tag world demon, and if he tags you, you become a demon and you chase everyone around, and that's what happens in this episode, is most of our heroes are infected by the tag world demon, and hijinks ensues where they're running around and they're trying to tag each other. There's a lot of crazy shots and funny moments in this episode where people are jumping and falling over. And yeah, this episode's kind of wacky and goofy. It did have some fun moments, like when the Zenkaigers are infected by the tag world demon and they confront the monster. Even though they're being controlled and they're trying to tag Kaito and tag each other in the episode, they are still trying to do their roll call and fight whatever's controlling them. That did get a laugh out of me. That was kind of cool. So it's cool that the Zenkaigers are still doing their roll calls even when controlled. So that was pretty cool. So in this episode, we had several different gears being used. We had Gekiranger, Gekiranger, and Goseiger. Gekiranger and Gekiranger I want to talk about because CrocoDaiOh is able to use the gears. And when I was watching the episode, I was like, wait a minute, CrocoDaiOh is able to use the gears? I didn't think he had any gears. I know he was looking for certain gears to save his brothers, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. So what we find out is Flint, his sister, was able to base their own gears from what she'd seen so far. So she took the ideas of what the Zenkaigers use for their gears and make her own. So what she's making, I'm guessing, is a bunch of 6 Ranger based gears that CrocoDaiOh can use. And that's a really cool concept. It seems kind of plot convenient that she was able to steal their idea and make it her own, but it is what it is. I mean, you gotta sell toys, or gears and stuff like that for the kids, for the collectors and stuff like that. So why not make unique 6 Ranger gears that CrocoDaiOh can use? So that's going to be very interesting with what different gears he can use later down the line. Can he use Gekiranger, Dairanger, other stuff like that? Because we've seen him use Shinkenger and Oranger, but they're sort of different form changes he can do. In this one, he's using their powers based on what the Zenkaigers have been doing since we've been introduced to him, and that's a really interesting concept. It sells toys, it sells really cool special effects and stuff like that, but I am curious what other ones she's created, because she had some interesting ones in her hands, and I'm sure people have screenshotted on Twitter and pointed out which ones she's got. Now, in this episode, we also got to see some brand new vehicle mechs, because they still, after all these episodes, they're still building up to the CrocoDaiOh mech being revealed, which I do kind of dig. They didn't shove it in your face right away in the first episode. They're building up to it so they can release the toy out slowly. But I'm surprised they haven't showed it off right away saying, hey, here's my new mech, here's the brand new toy, go buy it. They haven't done that yet. Yet they haven't done it. They're building up to the mech, which I can sort of appreciate. They're not shoving it in our face right away, which they sort of did do with other older Sentais. I remember that being the case in Mega Ranger, where they built up to the Mega Winger being revealed and showed off, so that was really cool. But we got to see some brand new vehicles from the CrocoDaiOh Battleship, which is the CrossKaiOh, and the CrawlingOh, which is a bike, and the other one appears to be a giant tank. I don't know what it looks like. Looks weird, but they do look cool. I'm sure they'll make a lot of toys, a lot of sales for the audiences who want to buy them. And yeah, they do look cool. Big CGI bikes and sleds, whatever you want to call them. I do dig their design with the little robots can use them, which I do need to apologize. I believe in my last review for episode 10, I called Ricky and Karina, I called them Kikanoids when they're not Kikanoids, they're assist robots. So I got the name totally wrong, and I do apologize for that. My apologies that I got wrong in the review last week. So I'm sorry about that. I got their robot forms wrong, and I do apologize for that. Now the last thing, or the last important information that's been going on in the background for the past couple of episodes is the scientist dude and Stacy have been working on something very secret. We don't know what it is, but we hinted at it at the end of this episode, or during this episode, and that is the Caesar Robo will be making an appearance later down the line. So Stacy is going to have his own Robo in the episode, which is really interesting, really cool that the villain is getting their own mech. Now, we saw it last year with Gekiranger, where he had his own dino mech, but that was more of a transforming one. This one looks more of a robo in the traditional sense of old school Sentai, and I do dig that design from what it was teased in this episode and in the trailer for next week. So next week we're going to see the debut of that brand new mech in action, along with Kikai's mech that I mentioned earlier that they've been slowly building up towards. So I'm excited to see how that is going to turn out and go down later down the line in the next couple of episodes, or in next week, because who knows how long this mech is going to stick around for. With that said, I think that's going to bring my review, my discussion, my recap, my mini podcast, whatever you want to call it, of Zenkaiger episode 11 to a close. But I also want to say this, because I know a lot of people are probably going to be asking, yes, these Zenkaiger reviews are going to be slightly delayed in the next couple of weeks moving forward, to reasons, if you follow the whole Toku community, you know why that happened. There was a bit of a thing with Toku fan subs and overtime subs I don't want to get too much into, but if you know what happened, you know what happened, and shit went down for those websites, like Toei went ham. And with that said, that might bring my reviews or my discussions, whatever you want to call it, to a bit of a, I don't want to say hiatus, a bit of a delay to when they normally come out. So I do apologize if I'm not getting these reviews out on time, but trust me, they're coming. I love talking about Zenkaiger Weekly, and I want to do my best to bring you Zenkaiger reviews. If I don't have single episode reviews out, then I'll try and do double episode reviews, but I'll do my best to bring you guys Zenkaiger reviews each week if I'm able to. If not, I do apologize. With that said, I think I'm going to wrap up this video. Special thanks to all the members such as Swagger4. If you want to get your name shouted out like Swagger4 over here and have your name in the credits of every video, become a member on the channel where you get shout outs, your name in the credits of every video. I'm doing special things where I'm going to review certain episodes of Power Rangers per request if the demand is there. So become a member if you want to. You don't have to, but it'd be much appreciated if you can. It helps keeps the lights on this channel if something does go wrong. With that said, I'm out of here. Have a wonderful day or night, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, take care, and have a wonderful day or night. Bye bye.